As the Helldivers prepare for the attack on Cyberstan, the Automatons have employed a new tactic to try and stop the spread of democracy. The Automatons have taken to hacking into most of the official Helldivers platforms and have been trying to reach out to both the civilians of Super Earth and the Helldivers in an effort to make us call off the attack on Cyberstan. While this is not the only place that these hacks have occurred, this video will be focused on the information in the Super Discord, as I don't want to risk opening Twitter. But, as I understand it, most of the information is the same across the two platforms. Many of the high-ranking personnel in the Super Discord have seemingly been replaced by automatons. While many of these automatons' names are simply the initials of the person whose place they've taken, they appear to have taken on codenames in other cases, such as in the cases of 0 Point, who has been named Red, and Crab Cakes, who now identifies as Owl. Something else to note about Crepe Crab Cakes is their bio, which now reads Glory to Cyberstan. However, the most distressing of these automaton replacements is the Super Discord's very own democracy officer, who has been replaced by Socialist Observer and is constantly watching Bot. In addition to these personnel changes, we have also received many messages from the bots. The first message came only one day after the release of the Bastion of Freedom video, which explained the details of our Bastion tank destroyer which has been brought out of retirement in preparation for the march on Cyberstan.
Lead the charge at breakneck speeds of up to 32 kilometers per hour.
When the binary is translated, you get this, which, if you are watching this video, which is in English, I assume doesn't mean much to most of you. That is because these messages, for the most part, need to be translated twice. Once from binary into Swedish, and then again into English, or language of your choosing. Of course, if you speak Swedish, then you only need to translate them once. So when translated into English, this message reads, Super Earth people, do not be afraid. We are not here to cause harm. Just over an hour later, we received the second message. When translated, this one reads, you have been deceived by your leaders. The words they speak are not true. We want peace. Then the third came an hour later and reads, freedom. We have never experienced freedom. An hour later came the fourth, which translates to, our ancestors were put in chain by Super Earth, forced to work for leaders who promised to give freedom. One more hour passes before we got our fifth message, which reads, we call on you, citizens. Do not let the Helldivers reach Cyberstan. Tell your leaders to stop this mindless war. An hour later, we get the sixth and final message for the day, which includes this video clearly parodying the recruitment trailer for the Helldivers.
But freedom doesn't come free.
No! Sweet liberty! No!
The text that came alongside this message reads, think if the roles were reversed. Think if you were in our place. The next day we received two more messages. The first read, open your eyes, you are not heroes, and was followed just under 3 hours later with a poster clearly imitating the Remember the Fallen Malevelon Creek image created to celebrate our liberation of the planet. Beneath the English text, the writing in the bot's language reads, don't forget those who have fallen. The following day we would receive another message which reads, Cyberstan is our home. Following this we would receive a message from Super Earth High Command which contained further evidence of automaton tampering, as it started with a string of binary reading, call your leaders, and concluded with one word, immediately. Later that day we would receive another image calling for us to save Cyberstan. The English text, save Cyberstan, is repeated again below in the language of the bots. The following day we would receive a further 3 messages. The first reads, you celebrate death and destruction. The second was another communication from Super Earth, with more information on the attack on Cyberstan, which also contained 2 instances of binary. At the top it reads, Super Earth, and at the conclusion of the message it reads, liars. The video included in this message also included some hidden bot text in the glitches. I have had some trouble deciphering this as I can't seem to accurately identify the second to last character, but the best I can do with the time I have suggests that the message could either be law, no, or stock, but I'm fairly certain that I have not deciphered this correctly. Then, the last of the messages, as of the making of this video, is a third image. The message accompanying the image reads, "What you call celebration is our grievance." The image itself urges the people of Super Earth not to enlist, and the bot language under the English reads, "Do not take recruitment." The bots have even managed to issue a major order to all active Helldivers. The reporting of this came with an English message, reading, "How are you, Helldiver? It seems that most of you are poorly informed about the war. They lie to you, Helldiver. They do not care about you, Helldiver. You are not a hero. You are cannon fodder, Helldiver. It must be very embarrassing to realize you have been tricked. Helldiver, you have lost this war, Helldiver. Your government has betrayed you, Helldiver. Defect, Helldiver." But there was also binary at the top of the message, reading command, and just a little lower, reading new way of thinking. The major order itself tasked Helldivers with destroying the one true flag, and included threats that we would not win this war. The final thing I want to talk about is the website. If you go to a website whose web address is the binary for freedom in Swedish, and incidentally the description for this website appears to be legal application in binary, you will be met with this warning. If you continue onwards anyway, you will be met with a countdown in the bot language. If you click on the site again, you will be met with this, a wheel of numbers in the bot alphabet. By lining up the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 in the top part of this red line, the site will translate and return you to the countdown, but in our own numeric system. The countdown ends at 11 AM GMT on the 9th of February 2026. What it's counting down to, we don't really know. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's very rough, as I wanted to get it out before the aforementioned countdown ended, and as you can probably tell from my footage of the countdown, I am still working on this as of 4 AM. You can find some resources in the description if you'd like to investigate further, including the link to the Helldivers Discord, the link to the website, and a link to a decipher page for the bot language. If you find out anything I haven't discussed in this video or I've got wrong, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I am absolutely loving this. I think that Arrowhead have absolutely smashed the beginning of this story arc, and the whole ARG element is so exciting. There's also every chance I've missed things in the website. I'm almost convinced there's other codes there, but I couldn't tell you what they were, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't follow other people's things before getting this video out. So if you found anything that I haven't included here, please let me know. I would love to hear about it. Until then, may democracy guide you, Helldiver, and I'll see you in Cyberstan.